Welcome to Nebula Ex. My name is Mark, and I created this single-player sci-fi adventure board game. I apologize in advance for the film quality, as I'm just not a YouTube professional, and I hope you enjoy.
In creating this game, there was a couple of things that I wanted to accomplish. One of them is I wanted kind of a small footprint. It doesn't take up a whole bunch of room. I want it set up to be relatively quickly. No fun taking up a lot of time. So to set up, you've got your alien cards, you've got your weapon cards, and you have your weapon armory cards. These are the high-end weapons in the game. Now if you want to make the game a little easier, you can shuffle those in with your regular weapon cards, but I like it this way. It's the way it's designed. Set up your pieces. So here's your team. Now there is 3 pieces for your team. There's 3 crew members. However, I don't split them up that much, so I generally go with 1, but if I need to, I'll pull in the other pieces. We've got set up the nest, the 3 little nest guardians. We've got our hunter, and here these are kind of block spaces. You can put them anywhere you want, so I'll do something like that. Usually do symmetrical, do whatever you want. These are spaces you cannot move into, and you can move them around or not have them at all, which will change the gameplay a little bit. And then we have our special tiles, and I'm going to mix these up so I don't know what's what. And these, again, I kind of just throw them around randomly, and I often do symmetrical, but that's just me. Okay. So now we have our random tiles. Choose your team. There's 5 different team members. These 2 I'm not doing today. The team members, because you start the game without oxygen in the ship, all the team members have their spacesuit tile here. And 1 team member gets to start with a rocket launcher. And I'll actually talk about why that is the case. The other thing you notice is I have the indicator on the health. So this guy is at 6, security's at 6, captain is full at 5, and the medic, I have his cube up here because he hasn't been found yet. One of the special tiles contains a crew member, and that's how you unlock him. So you start out with 2 people as you're searching for your crew and you're doing other things. Alright, other than that, we've got the intensity level. It starts off at -2. So you get a little bit easy to start with, but things get harder as the game goes along. The hunter, he starts off with a nest in play. So the hunter can't be hurt while the nest exists. So the first thing you want to do outside of maybe finding your team member is you got to get rid of that nest, because the goal is to defeat the hunter. And the only way to do that is to get the nest gone first. This is a prototype board, so I put the cube here because this will be 7, not 6. So I start on 7, even though it doesn't say that. The true board will have that. Other things on the board is the room roll rules, which I'll show because you do a lot of rolling in this game. This will tell you what that roll means. You have your hunter roll, so the hunter also moves, he gets rolls, and this will tell you what the roll means. One of the things I was hoping for is to not have to go to the instruction manual very much. Obviously the first few games there's always that learning curve, but I hope it's not too steep, and by putting these things on the board, hopefully keep the gameplay moving. That's also important. Alright, so starting the game, you start on the bridge, and your first move, you only have 1, you have to move here. This is a 4-way, so I move there and I roll. Okay, I roll a 6. Now 6 minus intensity, so -2, is a 4, and that says aliens time 3. Alright, so I'm in a fight. 1, 2, 3 aliens. These are just random. And who am I fighting? I've got I've got 3 level 4s. Now again, because of the intensity level, these level 4s are actually now level 2s. That means, and depending on your weapon, I need to roll, and with any bonuses, the equivalent of a 2. Now if the intensity level is up at 0, these would all be 4s, and I'd have to roll plus bonuses a intensity level of, or have to roll a 4. Alright, so 2, that shouldn't be too bad. I should mention, so when you put your cards down, the order you put them in is actually important, because this is your attack order and your defense order. The order is either top to bottom, left to right, so you kind of want to keep an eye on that. You can change these around at any time except while you're being attacked. So these people are locked in place until after the attack. So first up, I got security. His default weapon is titanium rod. Because he's kind of a big guy, he gets 2 dice, and you average them and round up. So 3, that's 4, so the average of that is 2, no rounding. So 2 is enough to take off one of these, and I choose to take off this guy because he has a little extra bonus that I'd rather not deal with. So I'll put him over here. Now it's the captain's turn. Now he's not quite as strong. He gets a 1d6. And he rolls a 6, so that's awesome. So again, these are the same, so it doesn't matter, so I'll take him off. Medic hasn't been found yet, so now it's the Lorok's turn. Now he's going to roll. My roll has to be at least the 2 or higher in order to defend. So at this point early in the game, this isn't too strong of an enemy, it shouldn't be too bad. I roll a 3, that's enough, safe, and now it's my turn to attack again. Security, he gets 2d6, so that's a 5, so half of that is 2.5, round up to 3, more than enough to take care of this guy, and I win the battle, no damage, not bad. Now for each alien I defeated, 3 of them, I get to choose some item cards, or item tiles. So randomly choose 3 of them, 2, 3. Okay, so here I got a med pack, so that's good. I'll save that. I've got, this is a distractor. This is actually very important, so I'll show you this a little bit later. So this is good to have. And lastly, I have a shield, a room shield. This is also a very nice thing to have, as it can protect you from this guy, the hunter, coming after you, and you'll see that in play later. Alright, of note, because I haven't found the medic yet, I can't use any of his spaces to carry anything. So he's, again, definitely want to find him because you really want to get him to help attack, to help carry stuff. Alright, now that turn's over, it's the hunter's turn. And so with the hunter, you roll 1 dice, and he rolls a 6. Now, because it's intensity minus 2, it goes down, so that's a 4, and he moves 1. So, just going to move him up 1. The thing with the hunter is you do get to decide how you move him. I do my best to make the hunter smart. Not that he's a mind reader. He doesn't know where I'm going, but I do make good moves to get him closer to me. I think it makes the game more realistic and it makes it more fun. I'll talk about multiplayer for a second. Although this game is designed for solo play, you could have another person join. They could be one of the other team members, or probably a little more fun is they could be the hunter, or maybe a team member and a hunter. Okay, so round's over, time to go again. So now I want to move, and to move, I'm going to go, since he's over here, I'm going to go this way. I'm going to go this spot, and I'm going to choose a tile. Okay, so here's the tile I chose. Notice the light in the corner. This indicates that should always be in the bottom left. And so if for some reason, like if the bottom left was like this, it doesn't fit, you rotate clockwise until it does. So for this one, it does fit. Although not the most helpful because I want to go this way more and that's blocked, but I can go down. So anyway, move my guy in there, and now I do a room roll. So 1 die. I roll a 4 minus 2 is 2, which means I face 2 aliens. Alright, who do we got? Ooh, we've got a level 5. Oh, no, that's a level 6. Savron, he's one of the toughest guys in the game. And we've got a 4. Notice Savron, he gets 2 attacks when his turn comes up, so you definitely want to take him out as early as possible. So because it's a 6 and a 4, minus intensity of -2. He becomes a 4, and that becomes a 2. All right, so now I roll for attack, and 6 and 4, that's 10. So the average of that is 5, so that is enough to take him out, so that is good. Very helpful. And then my next guy, Captain, he gets 1 roll, that's a 5, that's more than enough. Okay, so pretty smooth start so far. So I defeated 2, so I get 2 item tiles, and let's see what we get. All right. I get a rocket. So 3, 6. So when I use this, I have to roll somewhere between or including a 3, 4, 5, or 6. So this is a good one. There's 2, 6, which is the best one because basically only a 1 would make it not successful. And there's also 4, 6, which is a little bit harder. So 3, 6. Put this here because he has the rocket launcher. So he now has a rocket he can actually fire. The other one I got is another med pack, so I'll hold on to that. And that ends the attack. So now it's the turn of the hunter. Hunter roll is a 1, so 1 or anything below 1. So this would actually be a -1. He doesn't move, so he stays still. And now my next turn, so I'm going here. And what do I got? Okay, bottom left, and that's not helpful. So I can go here, or I have to go there, but it's blocked over here. So, and now because this guy's here, in order to get there, I have to go down and over in order to get there, or I need to start going over this way towards this guy, which isn't ideal. All right, so now room roll. A 5 minus 2 is 3. So that's 3 aliens again. And who do we got now? We got Euclid, that's a 4, a 5, and a 6. Ooh. So again, -2, so that makes that a 4, a 3, and a 2. And I guess we'll attack. So security first. I'll throw one thing. If I want to, I can use a rocket on any of these. A rocket does 7 damage. So if I hit, there's pretty much no one in the game it doesn't hurt. It would defeat anyone in the game, and it would hurt this guy once the nest is gone. Sorry, so that's 11. So that's actually a 6. So I can take anyone out. I'm going to take this guy. He's the biggest. And now I have a 5 and a 4, so a single roll. It's a 4 in front of the captain, so either one, because that's a 3 and a 2. I'm going to take this guy because he has 2 attacks, and I'd rather not deal with that. So now it's his turn. He's a 3 from adjustment, and he's going to attack. Security first. Again, that's your order. And I roll a 4, so that's a block. And now he gets to roll again. So, oh my goodness, so that's easy. He's gone. And 3 more loot tiles. Okay. So a couple more missiles. A 2-6 is a very good one. 4-6 not as good, but I have them. I'll put them here. So right now, all my spaces are filled. Now I have a gray one that says BP. That's for backpack. Well, one of my tiles is a backpack. So when I have this, I put it on there, which gives me an extra carrying space. So I can now put this in the backpack. You'll see that the medic by default can only carry 3 items, but he can go up to 2 backpacks. Security's 5 items, so he doesn't get a backpack, but that's how that's used. Now it's the hunter's turn to move. He rolls a 5, -2 is a 3, so he gets to move 1 space, so I'm going to move him over. And now it's the next turn. I'm going to try to shoot this gap, so I'm going to go down. Let's see what we get. Oh, transporter. Well, that is super helpful. So when you have pretty much any of the tiles that have words on them, there's something you can do or something that's going to happen to you. You don't do a room roll. You don't really get attacked in the word ones except for one of them, and we'll see if that comes up. But for now, transporter, that allows me to move to any uncovered tile or any of the special tiles. So that is really helpful. There's not many of those. I think there's only one in the game. So I'm going to use that, and I think I'm just going to go here because that's where I was headed. And that is O2, so that is oxygen. So what that means, I've now turned the oxygen back on, which means spacesuits can now come off, which gives me an extra space to carry stuff. So that is good. So I got my rocket launcher, got this, let's move these over. Got this, don't have to move them, I just do. And we got that. Okay, cool. So that was a good find. Now the hunter's turn. He gets a 5, which is a 3, which is a 1 space move, so I'll just move him over 1. From here, I'm going to go down. I'm going to see if I can get these guys. So let's see what that gives me. And security. Oh, this is helpful. So getting a couple good things in a row. So what security does, it allows you to view, not move to, any one of these. So I can flip over any one of these. The security room also gives you another option. It allows you to plan your move. So you can either uncover one of the tiles. If you don't want to do that, or if they're already uncovered, you can then plan your next move. And what that means is the next time you pull a room tile, you get to rotate it any way you want. You can ignore the light being in the bottom left corner. You still have to line up an entrance, but outside of that, no restrictions. So that could be helpful, especially if you're in a tight spot. So you can either do one or the other. Being that I have so many covered tiles, I'm going to go ahead and choose one to uncover. So I'm really close to this one, so I don't know if I need to really see what it is since I'm going to get there. But this one, if it's not anything amazing, maybe I could skip it. So let's see what this one is. This is the armory. Yeah, I definitely want to go there because the armory allows me to get one of these, which is one of the best weapons in the game. So definitely want to go there. If you have the engineer on the team, you get a nice bonus. Not only do they get to uncover one of the tiles on the board, they get to do that and do the planning tile. Now, if all the tiles are uncovered, they only get the planning tile, but for most of the game, that's pretty helpful. So that ends that part. So now the hunter gets to move again, and it's a 5, which again is a 3. That says it gets to move 1 space, so I'll move them up. Okay, I'm just going to go down 1 and see what I can get. Okay, so bottom left is the light, but this has a block. I can't do that, so I have to rotate this right until it fits, and just one rotation does it. And now that's pretty good because I can go down. That lets me go this way or this way, so that was a good tile to get. And now that I'm in the room, I do a room roll. That's a 3, minus 2 is a 1, which allows me to get 1 loot tile. So it's not always aliens. Sometimes you get something nice. And another med pack. Those might be helpful later, but for now, not so much. And he gets to move a 1, so he does not get to move. All right, I'm going to go here and hope that I can work my way into that room. And what is this? Okay, same thing, bottom left, got to rotate right. And okay, nice. So I can still go down, so that's pretty good. Room roll is a 4, minus 2 is 2, so I face 2 aliens. Okay, so we have a Spidex at 4 and a Hydraxian at level 6. So with intensity, so that makes that 4 and that a 2. And let's attack. So security first, 2 and average, so that's a 7. So the average of that is 3.5, round up is a 4. So that takes care of that guy, so that's not bad. And then for the captain, he gets to roll 1 dice. He rolls a 2, which is just enough to take out this guy, so not too bad. Things do get harder once intensity level goes up. Intensity level goes up by one of 2 ways. One, there are room tiles that say intensity, so when you pull that one out, intensity goes up. Or when you defeat the nest, intensity also goes up by 1. It can't go above 0, but it will get harder as things move forward. Alright, so I beat the 2. That means I get 2 tiles. Okay, so another backpack and another room shield. So I can carry one more item, but I do have to discard one if I want both of these, and I actually do want both of these. So the backpack, although no one can use it, I'm going to put it here, because when this guy comes on board, I'd like him to have it. Of note, because this isn't a backpack slot, you can't put anything on top of it. This is just takes up one of his spots, so it makes it a little bit harder, but I definitely want it for later, so I'm going to hold on to it as long as I can. If I need to, I'll drop it. The room shield, I have one, but I've got 3 med packs, so I'm going to trade out. So now I have a shield and 2 shields, 2 med packs, and I like that better. Put this back. Get shook up. Okay. Turn for the hunter. It's a 4, which is a 2, which is a move 1. So we'll go there. And now, okay, so when it comes to special spaces, being that I have a doorway into it, I can just flip it over. I don't need a roll. I don't need to do any of that. I can just move into it. I will share one thing. Let's say, for example, this tile was this way. So I can go down, nothing over here, but it's blocked into here. But I know every special tile is a 4-way. And so when there's a hallway opening against your wall, you can try to use a missile launcher to take down the wall. You simply, if you have a missile launcher and you have a missile, you roll and see if you can break the wall down. If you roll within the numbers given, 3 through 6, 2 through 6, 4 through 6, whatever one you choose, that is successful, and you would just do this, and you've now opened that up. That'll stay on the board, and that is now an open pathway to go. You or the hunter can use it. I guess I should also mention one thing of note about the hunter is he can move on to any uncovered space at any time. No problem, up, down, left, right, doesn't matter. Once he gets into these spaces where they're uncovered, he has to adhere to the walls. So if he moves into this space, he can't go over here because there's a wall. He has to go down. And so definitely keep that in mind, because you will use that to your advantage to kind of trap him or keep him away from you. So that's a cool little thing. All right, so I'm going to put this back because that's not actually the case. This was this way. So a launcher room, again, there's words on it, so typically you don't need to roll for the room, and I get a launcher. So there's 3 launchers total in the game. You start with 1, so now I'm going to come over here. I'm actually going to drop 1 med pack in order to have that launcher. Put this back. Shake it up. Okay, now it's the hunter's turn. He moves 4, so that's a 2, so he moves 1 spot. So I'm going to put him here. And now it's my turn. Still going for the armory, which is a little scary because this guy is going to kind of trap down here. So that could be difficult. So let's go here and see what we have. I will say, this is all random. I may lose this game. I may not get to go to the nest and all that. If the hunter catches me early, I'm in big trouble. Okay, so bottom left, like that. Okay, that's not bad. No words, so that means a room roll of a 1. So 1 or net below 1 is always 1 loot card, so that's nice. That, don't have a spot for it. Don't want to replace anything I got, so I'll just drop it. Alright, now it's the hunter's turn. A 3 minus 2 is 1, and a 1 is a no move, so that's probably good for now. Gonna go here. And, ooh, leak. So this is a radiation leak. So everyone goes down 1 spot, and I should say this is the only spot that if a hunter goes into here, which you can maybe lure him in here or whatever, this will actually hurt him. It's the only way to hurt him before the nest. Now, once he enters this room, he will, on his next move out, and he will never enter that room again. So that becomes basically like one of these for him. You can go through it again if you want. It'll hurt you each time you go through it. Or if you stay in the room, which you can, that'll also hurt you each time you stay. So interesting thing about that room, but a radiation leak, not great, hurts me, but at least I know where it is. Okay, so because there's words there, I don't need to do a room roll, and the hunter gets to move, and a 6, so that moves one spot, so I'll move there because that's a block. As intensity goes up and it gets to 0, a 6 means the hunter moves 2 spaces, and later in the game, when he's coming after you and he can jump 2 spaces on occasion, that's bad. That's frightening. So you don't. You definitely want to make sure you plan your moves, your shields and whatnot in order to avoid that. So because the armory is there, we know it. Go in, get an armory card, a weapon armory card, and what is this? So this is a phase blaster. This is a level 0, so this is a light weapon, or L is a light weapon. This is 2d6, so I roll 2 dice and take the higher roll. So that is really, really good. No bonus hit points, so that's not ideal, but taking the higher roll is always good. So I'm going to give this to, since he has 2d6 round up, I'm going to go with this, because I think that will make the team a little stronger. Right, now it's time for the roll to move him, another 6. Again, thank goodness for intensity, because that would have been 2 spaces. Okay, so now my goal is to kind of get up, kind of get around him and get over here. Don't want to take on the next nest yet. I have a couple missiles that could hurt these guys, but you need 6 for this guy, 6 for this guy. That's some good rolling. A 7, I would have to use missiles on him, which I do have, and then it does take 1 missile to defeat the nest. So definitely not ready for that. It's nice to have the third member of your party with also a rocket launcher to give you just more chances to hit. Okay, so now I'm going to move. I don't want to go through the leak again, so I'm going to go up, and hopefully I can go one of these ways and just avoid that room. Oh, good, poison. Alright, so this is the one that if you have a spacesuit, it doesn't hurt you. But I already undid the oxygen, so I discarded the spacesuits, and so it hurts me. So everyone goes down one more. And no room roll because there's words, and it's his turn. I am going to do this though. So when you're in a battle, you can use your medkit to heal 1 hit point. When you're not in a battle, you can play your medkit to heal 2 hit points. So I'm going to heal this guy because he's always the one attacked first, and get him back up. Of note, because I don't have the medic active, the 2 hit points I use have to be on the same person. So there's times where they may be at a 4 and I put him to 5 and I kind of waste a hit point. When the medic's active, one of his special abilities is he could split those hit points, which is kind of nice at points in the game where you want to just keep your team as strong as possible, but you don't want to waste the med pack, so you can split it up. But that's only with the medic and only when he's active. So put that away. Hunter's turn to move. A 5, so that's a 3, so that's a move 1 space. And I'm going to move him here. And so from here, I'm going to re-enter a room. So I also have what happens with re-entering a room. So I'm going to go here. If I roll a 1, I face 2 aliens. If I roll 2 through 5, nothing happens. If I roll a 6, I get a loot tile. So 1 is bad, 6 is good, 2 through 5, nothing happens. So let's see what we get. We get a 2, so nothing happens. And now the hunter gets to move. So that's a 5, minus that is a 3, so he gets to move 1 space. So here, he could move down, he could move up. I think it makes more sense for him, knowing I'm here, to move down. But if you really were, there's times where you're like, boy, either way could work, which would be better, and you can kind of get into this mindset of, what do I do, what do I don't do? Instead of going down that path, I like to just make it simple. Just say, I'm going to roll. If I roll 1 through 3, he goes here. If I roll 4 through 6, he goes here, and make it just roll the dice. I don't have to decide. Both ways are fine, and I do that. So I was going to move here anyway, but so I'll move him here. Face me. Which, as I move up, hopefully that will work for him. I'm actually going to do something here. So I mentioned this guy. This is a distractor. And this does two things. One, it will, no matter where I am on the board, the hunter will always move towards this. So that's good. The second thing it does is when the hunter enters the room with this collects hunter data. And that's important because what you can do is you can go back to the room, collect this. So yes, there's some backtracking and getting the hunter in there. It's a little tricky, but if you do that and you take this to the lab, which is one of these special squares, which we haven't uncovered yet, it makes your missile attacks on the hunter ×2. So instead of doing a missile and he goes from 7 to 6, he goes from 7 to 5. So that is a big advantage when it comes to facing the hunter later in the game. So collecting that data, and you can only do it once, but collecting that data is really, really a good thing to do. And since he's so close, I have kind of an escape route here. I think I'm going to go ahead and shoot for it. Now I'd like him a little bit closer because there are times where he can't move, and I want him in the room while this is still active. Because once this is not active, you take it off the board. If it's not active, but it has his data, it stays on the board and you can collect it. But for now, I want him a little bit closer. So I'm going to stay in that room, which is basically a re-enter roll. So 1 is nothing, or 1 is 2 aliens, 3 is a nothing, so 2 through 5 is nothing, 6 is loot, so nothing happens, so now it's his turn. A 2, see, this is why I waited, because a 2 minus 2 is a 0, and 1 or anything below 1 is he doesn't move. So I'm going to stay in the room again. And I get a 5, which also is nothing. A roll for him, he gets a 3, which is a 1, which doesn't move. So I'm going to stay in the room again. A 2, nothing happens. He gets a 4. Okay, cool. So he now moves closer. And because he can't move 2 spaces yet, I'm going to let him get to here before I start my move. So I'm going to stay in this room again. And I roll 5, nothing happens. He rolls a 6, so thank goodness he can't move 2 yet. So that's a 4, he's there. So he's on my tail. So what I'm going to do now, at the beginning of my turn, I'm going to go ahead and play this guy. Now you notice there's numbers here. It's 4, 3, 2, 1. So I put it so the 4 is in the correct position. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and move up here. I'm going to re-enter. So I'll roll the 5, nothing happens. And now it's his turn. And he will always go to here. So that's a 6, so let's definitely move 1. So he goes here. Okay, so what happens now? At the beginning of each turn, you rotate this clockwise. So this is now a 3. Okay, and he stays there until this gets to, at the beginning of the turn, if the beginning of the turn this is at 1, that's when this is done, and he can move again. So at the beginning of this turn, it's at 3, so he stays. I can move. I'm going to go ahead and try out my luck on this square. And not very helpful because I can't go up, I can only go down, so it's kind of a waste. No need to roll for this guy, he's going to stay there. So end of turn, starting, oh, I didn't roll for that, sorry. A 1, which is a loot tile, okay. Alright, 2 through 6. This is one of the best missiles you can have, so I'm going to go ahead and definitely keep that one. If I was short on space, I would swap out a 4 through 6 because the 2 through 6 is way better. Okay, now the hunter can't move, turn over, start of a new turn, rotate this. So this is now at 2, he stays put. I don't have a lot of choice, I have to go back 1, so that wasn't a smart move, it turns out. So re-roll, room roll, a 4, that's nothing, and he doesn't move, end of turn. Okay, start of new turn. We're now at 1, which means he's about to be let loose, so I need to get out of here. So I'm going to go up here. I could make his life a little more difficult. No, I'll move there. Let me roll. A 5. Okay. Oh, and even though there's words here, is when you're re-entering the room, you don't get to use the security special again. You don't get to uncover another one. It's just a regular room at this point. So I do a regular room roll, a re-entry roll. So that's a 5. 5 is nothing, so nothing happens. Okay, beginning of this turn. Since it's at 1, I'm just going to flip this over because this actually can be collected now. It has his data, and I will, at some point, if I can grab that and take it to the lab, that would be good. So I'm going to do that. And then I'm also going to put that there, and which way do I want to go? I'm going to go left. So with the shield here, he can't enter that room. I can. I can go through the shields, which is nice, but he cannot. So he now can't, going up here will not do anything for him. This will not do anything for him. The only way to really get at me right now is he has to go from over to here, to here, to here, and up. It's not terrible. It's kind of the direction I'm going, but he can't get me this way. So he's now kind of far away from me. So, and being that this is blocked off, I really have to go this way. So let's go with, I'm going to move here. Ooh, debris. Now I'm extra glad I put that there. So debris means I'm stuck in this room for an extra turn. So I don't have to roll this time, but my turn's over. So now the hunter can go because he's released from the distractor. And let's see what he gets. A 5, so that moves over here. And I do play in the sense that he knows he can't go this, like this is no good for him. So instead of having him go here, oh, it's blocked, I just assume he knows that and he starts moving in the proper direction. Makes the game a little harder, but I think it makes a good game. So now that I'm stuck in this room, so I'm starting the new turn, I'm stuck. I like to consider this a re-entering, or like if I just stayed in a room. So I'll do a re-roll of a 1, which means I face 2 aliens. And a Ye-Click and a Brindling, a 5 and a 4, which makes it, because of intensity, a 3 and a 2. So that's not too bad. The other question that might be asking is, how do I get these weapons? There are loot tiles that are weapon tiles. So when you get that loot tile, you trade it in and you get a weapon. We haven't gotten any yet, so that's unfortunate, but okay, so I'm facing off these 2. So first up, I have my security with a 2d6 average round up. So that's a 10, so that's a 5, so that takes care of any of those guys. I'm going to go ahead and take care of the higher one. And this one, because of my nice armory weapon, I get to roll 2 dice and take the higher roll. So not a great roll, but I get a 3. Because of intensity, he's a 2. Thank goodness. He's gone. And I get 2 loot tiles. Ah, there we go. Okay, another distractor. I'll hold on to that for now, because that could be useful. Although I did collect the data. Although I guess I could collect it again, but I don't know if I want to do that. This is a weapons chest. This is what I was hoping for. So this I can just throw back in here. And I get a regular weapon, not armory, just regular. And this is a 1d6, but it's also a +1. So this is a medium weapon, which means my medic can't carry it. He can only carry light. captain can carry it and security can carry it. So being that I have the captain already having one, I'm going to go ahead and give this to this guy. If I got another weapon and I don't want to give it to either of these two, I want the medic to have it, that's a problem because I don't have the medic active and you can't carry extra weapons, so I'd have to either discard it or trade it with one of these. So not in that position yet, but that would not be good. Okay, so that ended my attacking stuff, so now it's the hunter's turn. A 1, he doesn't move, cool, and I'm now going to move over here. Okay, light in the bottom left. Okay, that's good. That allows me to move through here, and room roll. So a 2, minus 2 is 0, so anything 1 or below is a loot tile. So let's see. Med kit, I do have a spot for it, but he's hurting, so I'm actually going to go and play it and give him his 2 hit points, and that's done. Hunter roll is a 5, so he gets to move, so I'm going to put it here, and I'm going there. Again, being that I used the transporter, I can't use it again, so in case anyone was wondering. Alright, so this is down here, that doesn't work. Rotate right, clockwise, that goes there. I move in. Room roll of a 2, minus 2, this is 0, less than 1. I will say, there are games that, I've played this many times. Oh, another loot, weapons chest. Let's see, what do we get? This is the same as I had. I don't want to replace, even though it's a +1, I really like to take the higher roll, so I'm just going to discard this. What I was saying is, I've played this game many times, and there are times where I get intensity, like in some of the first squares, so this game gets a lot harder. This is one of the longer games I've gone without getting an intensity tile, so makes it a little bit easier. Alright, Hunter. 1 doesn't move. That's one thing I kind of like about, or not kind of, one thing I do like about this game is because the intensity level, because how these can mess you up or help you, how you can play, you know, your distractors and shields. The game really is different each time you play, and that was probably my biggest goal, is I wanted this game to be, you know, I didn't want it to be stale. I wanted it to feel different. You have to think a little differently, use different strategies, and this game seems to do that. So very proud about that point. Hopefully you find it to be the same. Alright, so he didn't move, so now new start, or start a new turn. I'm going to go here. And alarm. Okay, so this is actually a good thing. The alarm means he gets distracted by it. He doesn't move this turn. So I don't have to roll for a room roll because there's words, and he's stuck, so unless I want to do anything over here, turn's over, start a new turn, I'm going there. Okay, bottom left. Okay, not bad. Move that over. Room roll of a 2, that's minus 2. And I get a 3/6. So I still have 1 spot available because this is a true backpack spot. And I will put that there. And now the hunter can move. 6, so he goes here, and I'm moving there. And bottom left. Okay. I will say it's kind of a nice run here. I'm getting to go the direction I want. I'm not stuck moving. And room roll. 3 minus 2 is 1. That's a loot card. And oops. Well, this is, I saw the med pack first, so even though the 2 through 6 would have been better, I saw this first. So I am going to replace it. I'm going to take the 4/6 missile because that's the worst one. And that way I have a little something, especially when I get the medic, I'll have some spaces open up. So We'll go with that. Now it's the hunter roll. A 5, so that's a 3, that's a move. I'll go here. Again, he can't go here, it's blocked, not that he needs to. So he'll go this way. He will want to most likely jump up here because that's blocked, although he could go this way, but being that I'm above this, I'm thinking he's going to go over there. All right, I'm going to move here. And hunter, oh, okay. So what that means is he moves right now. So I'll move him here. And unless I want to do anything else, my part is over and he gets his hunter roll. So this is basically an extra hunter move. So not ideal. So 2 minus that is a 0. So he doesn't get to move. So that didn't really hurt me too bad. Okay. Moving closer to this guy, I'm going to go here. And it'd be nice if I can get one that lets me go both ways. So we'll see. And this, well, that's about perfect. Doesn't often work out that way, but this lets me go both ways, so that's cool. That, get a room roll of a 2, which at this point is loot tile. Again, it's crazy that I haven't got an intensity tile yet, or multiples, because this is a long time to go with that one. This is a shield. So this is very, very cool. I'm going to put it on my security guy, and I think I want to keep the shield. I don't want the distractor as much as the shield right now, so I'm going to discard this guy, and I am going to put the armor over here. Security can use 2 armors, and what an armor does is whenever I roll for defense, I get plus however many armors I have. He can have 2, so he can get up to a +2. Everyone else can only carry 1 armor, so that's kind of his special ability, is carrying 2 pieces of armor. Okay, so that's that. Now the hunter gets to move, and 4, that's 2, so we'll go there. This is a 4-way, I don't need to roll, and nice. Okay. I've saved my crew members. So what that means is now the medic is now active. He starts, anyone who starts out that you saved starts with 2 hit points. Doesn't matter who it is, always starts out with 2. So he's there, and what I'll probably do is just go ahead and use the med thing and get him full health. Yes, I'm wasting 1 hit point, but he doesn't have a lot, so I'd rather have him as full as possible. And in fact, at some point, depending on how things go, I may even want the armor to transfer to him so he's a little bit safer. But security is always attacked first, so it's kind of nice to have it over there. Alright, so that ends the turn. Hunter now gets to move. A 5 is a 3, so it goes there. I'm going to re-enter this room, so I get a re-enter roll. It's a 3, which is nothing. Intensity doesn't affect re-enter rolls. It's just straight up 1 through 6, and whatever you get is what happens. So I'm moving there, nothing happens. It's the 3. Hunter gets to move, and he rolls 5, so he goes here, and he's getting close. So I do have a shield, but if I use it right now, he can still go here, here, here. I could move here and use the shield, and then he would have to go back to here to go down, over, or here, up and around. So I think I'll do that. Let me go here, do my room roll, re-enter roll. It's a 1, so that means 2 aliens attack me. And we have a fright spawn, which is a 5, and then a Spidex, which is a 4. And both of these are attack first, so they get to attack first. So the fright spawn will attack the security. Security roll is 6, plus my armor, that's a 7. That's more than enough to defend against him, which is a 3. Spidex is a 2, so he is going to attack the captain. Okay, going in order. And Captain rolls a 1, which is not enough, and he loses a hit point. Okay, now it's my turn to attack. So he's going to attack with a 1d6 plus 1. So that's a 2, plus 1 is a 3. That actually is enough to take him out. He's going to roll 2, take higher. I'm taking the 5. That's more than enough to take him out. And the attack is over. I took down 2 aliens, so that, oops, should do it that way. Took down 2 aliens, so I get 2 loot cards. Okay, so now that he's here, I'm going to start filling him up. I'm actually going to use this, use that one at the end of my turn, so Hunter can't get to me. So the Hunter is going to have to go around in order to get closer to me. So Hunter gets to move. A 4, that's a 2, that's enough. So I'm going to have him go here. And that's the end of the turn. I'm going to move here, re-enter. It's a 3, nothing happens. His turn is a 3, that's a 1, that's a nothing. So he doesn't get to move, so pretty good move turn for me. Now I'm going here. Okay, this goes here. I'll be honest, I'm getting nervous. There's multiple intensity cards in there, so chances are there's only 1 transporter, 1 alarm. So the fact that I'm getting those, 1 debris, I'm getting all those, but not the intensity. Okay, so new room roll is a 2. So that is -2 is a 0, so that's a loot card, which is a 3/6. So he's got room. Oh yeah, I can now backpack guy this over here, so that's good. That gives him an extra space, and now this frees up his space. And frankly, since he has the rocket launchers, let's do that. Okay. And now it's his turn to move to 5. So he has to go here. He could go up, but I'm down here, so he's going to go through over here. So he can't go down there, so he has to go over here. All right, moving to this spot. And okay, so not intensity, but not helpful. There's a block there. Room roll is a 2, so again, new card. Man, this is nuts. And this is a 3/6. Might as well hold on to it. I've got the room. And now Hunter move is a 1. He can't move. So I'm going to go ahead and break into here. Yes, I could go here and over here and then maybe up there, but you know, no guarantee. I could go up here, down here, no guarantee. I can go in there. I'm going to try, and you have to state beforehand, I'm going to try a 3/6 in that room from this guy. So I have to roll 1 die. I roll a 6, so good, successful. So that means, and again, this only works because every one of these is a 4-way, so there's always an opening there. So that's the only reason I can do that on a space that I don't know what's behind it. You can never do a rocket from like here to a blank space. You have no idea what that is. So it can only be done to where you see an opening or you know there's an opening. So we'll put this here and move in the lab, and that does nothing for me. If I collect that and bring that back to the lab, then that does a lot for me. That makes it so this is ×2, which the final board does have a little 2x indicator here. But for now, the lab, I don't have that, doesn't do anything. My turns are only good things, they don't get attacked. All right. Now it's the Hunter turn. 1, nothing happens, okay. I'm going to go here. And, okay, rotate, it's not bad. Room roll is a 3, -2 is a 1, it's another loot tile. Man, things are definitely going my way this game. And a 4-6, not the best one, but I'll hold on to it since I have space. Hunter roll, turn 4, that's a 2, that's enough to move. I'm going to go here. And another one of these. Okay. And it's kind of a bummer, I can't jump in there. I could use a rocket again. A 6, okay, 6 minus 4, 2 is a 4, so that's 3 aliens. And okay, what do we got? I've got a Hydraxian at a level 6, a Vex Strike, and a Vex Strike at level 4. So with intensity, that's a 4-2-2. Couple things of note, haven't had to deal with it much yet, but there is special abilities for these guys. Like we saw the attack first one, but we also have this. If the defense roll for this against this person is a 1 or a 2, that person loses an item. Only exception, you can't lose your spacesuit and you can't lose your rocket launcher. You can lose anything else though. These other ones, if you defense roll is a 1, they get to attack again. Not everyone has this special ability, but they're there, and it's good to know those because that might influence who you take off the board first if you defeat someone. Okay, so under attack, no one's attack first, so that means me. I'll go with the Security Hornet with a Hornet's Nest. It's a 4 plus 1, that's a 5. That means I can take care of any of them. I'll go with this one. Okay, the Captain gets a 2d6. Take the higher roll, that's a 5, that's enough. Take this one. And the Medic, who's not very strong, he gets 2d6 average round down, whereas the Security Guard, his default weapon, was a round up. So this is a 4, so that's 6, so 3, no round down, there's no half number. So 3 is enough to take care of this guy at this time. Okay, and 3 loot tiles. Okay, so another armor piece. I think I'll go with him just because of the order of attack. I get another backpack, so he's filled up. So I've now filled up all my spaces for carrying, so that's good. And then a 4-6, not the best one, but I got it, so let's do it. We got room. All right, now Hunter turn. 4. It's enough to move, so we'll go there. I could try a missile here, but I think I'm going to try going there, there, just save the missile. So re-enter that room. A 5 means nothing. Hunter turn. He gets a 1. He doesn't get to move. That's cool. I go here. And I get this guy, which, oh, okay, that works. Okay, room roll. Oops. It's a 4, that's a 2, that's 2 aliens attack. Okay. Sovereign. A 6 and a 4. Wow, both of these guys get 2 attacks, so hope to defeat them in the first round. So, okay, first up, Security with the Hornet's Nest. A 5 plus 1 is a 6, more than enough for him, that's good. And then Captain, 2 and 6, I get the higher roll, so I'll take him. You can definitely see the higher roll is a very nice perk. The nicer perks are in the armory, which is why I have them separate, because they make the game quite a bit easier when you have your team built with those. So harder to get those. Okay, so now that ends my turn. I took out 2 aliens. I get 2 loot cards. Okay, so I'm actually just going to save both of these. He's got 1 hurt. I'll wait till someone else gets hurt and then try not to waste the 2 hit points on only using it on 1 hit point. Okay, now it's the alien's turn, or Hunter's turn. 5, it's 3, it's enough, so it goes there. I get to just move in here, which should be a launcher, because that's the only other special tile I'm missing. And that means this gets to go to him. And what I'm going to do, since I'm going to have to drop something, I'm going to keep this. I'm going to, instead of drop this, I'm going to use this. Yeah, I'm wasting 1 hit point, but I'm just going to drop it anyway, so do that. Good shake. Okay, so I'm in there, and now it's the hunter's turn. Okay, he moves there. Okay, so at this point, all the special squares are uncovered. My team all has missile launchers. They all have I've got 6, 7, I've got 8 missiles, so that's pretty good. I've got some okay weapons, and so I kind of want to go for the nest now, but don't want to deal with this guy. Now he can't come in here, but he can come in here, but he would have to go down. So not sure where he's going to go just yet, but let's see. A 3, that's a 1. He actually doesn't get to move. I'm going to go here. So re-enter. And that's a 5. That means nothing's happened, and that means he gets to move. A 2, he doesn't get to move. Okay. Kind of wish I had that distractor now, because I'd like to move him somewhere else, because he's right where I want to be. I need to get there to get into here, or there. So maybe I'll make a run for it this way and have him chase me. So, okay, so I'm going to go here. Reroll is a 5, nothing happens. He gets to move. 2, he doesn't get to move. And doesn't really do a lot for me other than makes the chase a little bit easier. So I'm just going to go up 1 more. A 5, nothing happens. He gets a 5. That means he does get to move. So I'm going to put him here. Oh, that'll be interesting. Because once I get into here, he knows he can't get to me. Well, once I get to here, the only way he could get to me is by going up and around or through here. So he'll probably go this way, but I have to get there first. So I move there, nothing happened. He moves there. So now I'm moving here. And a 4, nothing happens. He gets a 2, nothing happens. One nice thing about reusing tiles or re-entering rooms, you don't pull another one, which means I kind of get to keep the intensity level where it is, because right now it's in the best place it can possibly be. So that's working to my advantage big time. So he gets to try to move. He doesn't. Right, I go here. Room re-enter. 3, nothing happens. 4, he does get to move. But well, he could go either way. He doesn't know where I'm going. I could be going up here, so he could go this way. So being that either way is a pretty decent move, I don't want to be biased, so I'm going to go 1 through 3, he goes here. 4 through 6, he goes here. So 5, he goes here. Yep, that's not the way I was hoping he would go, but I go with the dice. Okay, so now I'm moving again here, and a 4, nothing happens. Hunter move is a 2, he doesn't get to move. I go here. A 1, that means I get attacked by 2 aliens. Oops. Okay, a Spidex and a Lure Rock. So 4 and 4, so 2 and 2. Spidex gets to attack first. So he's attacking my security guard, who rolls a 5 plus the armor, so that's a 6. It's more than enough to defend. And so now he gets to attack. He rolls a 3, plus 1 is a 4, more than enough, so I'll take this guy out. And then the captain gets to roll, and higher roll is a 6, so that's nice. Okay, and 2 loot tiles. And a med kit and a 3 through 6. So I'm going to take the 3 through 6 and replace a 4 through 6. And since I already have a med kit and I don't want to displace the other things, putting them back. And now hunter move. The 5, so he goes here. Okay. I'm moving here. It's a 4, nothing happens. Hunter move is a 3, he doesn't get to move, that's good. I'm now going here with the goal of getting there. And that is 100% not helpful. So, well, room roll. 4, so nothing. Oh no, 4 minus 2, that's 2 aliens. Alright, 6 and 6. Ooh, again, with the intensity level down, that's not as bad. So it's a 4 and a 4. Both of them have special abilities if you do bad defense rolls. So, no one's attacked first, so I get to go. So security rolls a 4, plus 1 is 5. These guys are 4s, so it doesn't matter. I'll take the lose item guy, I'd rather not lose any items. And then the captain gets to roll. Both the same as a 3. This guy's a 4, so captain does not defeat him. Now the medic gets to go, and he rolls a 7, which is a 3.5, round down to 3. That is also not enough, so the Zaxor now gets to attack him. Being that security was attacked first, it's now the captain's turn. So the captain rolls a 5, which is enough because he's a 4, and now we get to attack all over again. It's a 2, plus 1 is a 3, not enough. Take higher rolls a 4, that finally is enough. Okay. Right, defeat a 2, get 2. Backpack, no use anymore. 4 through 6, I already got that. No need for either of these, putting them back. At this point, the only thing I'm really looking for is a distractor could be helpful, or a weapons chest to increase, at least this guy's, but increase their weapon level. Okay, so Hunter turn. A 3, that's 1. So, in order to get to here, I'm going to go up and around. That stinks. Okay, so there, we renter roll is a 3, that's nothing. Hunter gets to move, it's a 4, it's a 2, it's enough. And then here, it's a 5, so nothing happens. Hunter gets to move, 4, 2, that's enough. Okay. Now I'm thinking about dropping a shield, but I want to wait because if I drop a shield right now, he can get to over here by going here, here, here. So I want to get him close so he has to backtrack. So I'm just going to just keep moving. There. 2 for re-enter is nothing. He gets a 6, so he gets to go there. Or actually, if I just go through here and he's getting close, he'll have to backtrack, so that may not be so bad. Okay, so he moved, my turn. So re-enter. 2, nothing. 5, that's a move. And re-enter, 2 again is nothing. And a 2, he does not get to move. So now south. It's a 1, so that means I face 2 aliens. Okay, a Xenoplague and a Globogorn. So no special things for the Xenoplague. Globogorn has the defense roll specialty. So, alright, so security rolls first. He rolls a 1, which is a 2, which is not enough because these are 3s at the moment. The captain gets 2, take higher roll, which is 5, so I'll take the one that has a specialty. And then the medic gets an average of 2, which is not enough. So the Xenoplague gets to attack. Since it's a new turn, he starts with security. And security rolls a 3, plus armor is 4. He's a 3, that's more than enough to defend. So now attack starts over. 4 plus 1 is 5, that's enough. Okay, so medic and a distractor. So I did want a distractor, but what am I going to get rid of? Well, this may be crazy, but I'm going to get rid of the med kit right now since everyone's full health. I'll go with the distractor there. Okay, Hunter. 5. Okay, so that's a move. So now that he knows I'm past here, he can't get at me. He has to backtrack. So he's going to go here. And I don't like that. Oh, actually, yeah, because to get to here, he'll have to go here, 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 here. So hopefully I can get there before he does. And so re-enter this room. A 4, nothing happens. Hunter move. There's a 3, so that's enough. That re-enter. 4, nothing happens. 2, he doesn't get to move. Cool. So now I'm going there. And that will work. So there. Room roll is a 2, which -2, that's just a loot card, so that's okay. And I get, ooh, weapons chest. Nice. So let's drop that. Regular weapon. And this is a medium weapon. 2d6 average round down, but it's +1. So, being that he can't have a medium weapon, I'll give him the light weapon, give him the medium weapon, and I think that works out okay. Alright. Hunter turn. 1, he doesn't get to move. So this is my first time in here, so it's not a re-enter, it's a regular room roll, which is a 2, which is another chest. Okay. This is 2d6 average round up, but no bonus. So I'm going to discard this and stay with the Spitfire because of the +1. Might be a mistake, we'll see. And now Hunter turn. He doesn't get to move. It's a 1. Alright, so don't need to roll in here. So now I'm in here, and now I am facing off against these 3 guardians. The nest does not attack, but the 3 guardians do. One's a level 6, one's a level 7, one's a level 6. Intensity does not affect these guys. So these guys are tough. And they get to attack first. So 6, 7, 6. So the security gets attacked by this guy. And he hits. Okay, the 7. Now 7 is possible. I have to roll a 6 because he has the armor. He can have a 7 defense, but that's really unlikely. And doesn't get it. And then 4, that's not enough. Everyone gets hurt. Neat. Okay, so now I'm attacking this guy with my security. In fact, I'm not going to mess around. I'm going to go ahead and use a rocket. I'm going to use a 2-6 on him. And I roll a 5, so that works. So, discard. And he's gone. The 7, same thing. Not messing around. Going to use a rocket. Going to use a 2-6 again. My best rocket. Because I want this guy out. Especially the 7. Ooh, just get it. Okay, discard. Flip. And I do need a 7 to defeat the nest. So I have enough rockets. So, okay. I'm going to use my 3-6 rocket on this guy from the medic because I'm just not confident he can beat him. Well, he would have, but too late. Okay. And the nest. So this is just rockets. Nothing special here. Go in order. I'll try the 3-6. Try to save a 2-6 if possible. Got a 3, so that worked out well. And nest is flipped, and now he no longer is invulnerable. He's now level 7. He's still 7 hit points, but he's level 7. So at this point, ideally what I want to do is get to here, which I probably should have grabbed that. Well, I got to get to here, get this. I want to get to the lab, and then I want to attack him. Although I would like to get a few more missiles, kind of restock some of my missiles before I attack him. So that's where I'm at right now. Alright, so for my next move, I'm going to go here, and re-enter roll is a 3. That is nothing. Oh. Alright, since I defeated the nest, intensity should go there. So -1 instead of -2, so that 3 is a 2, which is still nothing. But that helps the hunter, so 2 -1 is a 1, so he doesn't move, that's good. And I'm going to move here. Again, I want to get this data and see if I can get it to the lab to give me 2 HP every time I hurt the hunter. That will be nice later. So, and bottom left. Okay, that's alright. Here, room roll is a 3, -1 is a 2, so 2 aliens. Alright, I get a Fright Spawn and a Bringling. These are both 5s, -1 is 4s, so a little bit harder than before. Fright Spawn has attack first, so he will go after security. And security rolls a 4, +1 is 5, that's enough to block. So now security attacks with a 1d6, with a 6 + 1 is 7, so that's nice. So again, I'm going to take this guy because he has defense roll 1 or 2 equals the second attack, so I don't want to deal with that. So he's gone. And let's see, Captain gets 2 dice, so it's a 9, so it's 4.5, round down is 4, +1 is 5, and that's enough for this guy. Alright, not too bad. Okay, my 2, so 3, 6, and this. So I'm actually going to play this, the med pack, and since I have a medic, I can split that between 2. So I'll give security up 1 up to 6, and captain 1 up to 5. So they're full, so that's nice. And then a 3, 6 is not bad, so I will give this. I definitely want some missiles before I attack the hunter, because those are the best things against him. Alright, so now the hunter moves. So that's a 2, -1 is a 1. Alright, that's working out well for me. Alright, move here. Re-enter roll is a 3, which is nothing. The hunter gets a 3, -1 is a 2, so he moves forward. He's coming after me. I'm going to move here. Re-enter rolls a 1, so that means I get attacked by 2 aliens. And another Fright Spawn at level 5, and a Ye-Click at level 4. Ye-Click gets 2 attacks, Fright Spawn gets attack first. So attack first against security, and it's a 6 + 1 is 7, that's more than enough to block. Now security rolls to attack, that's a 1, +1 is 2, that does nothing. The captain gets a double roll, so that's 7, so that's 3.5, round down is 3, +1 is 4, so I can take off either one. I'm going to take the E-Click because he has 2 attacks. I don't want to mess with that. And now for the medic, he gets 2 rolls, pick the higher dice, it's a 5, and that's enough for the Fright Spawn. Alright, so I get 2 tiles, and that is a med pack and another armor. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and use the med pack on the medic. Yeah, I lose a hit point, but at least everyone's now completely full. And for this, I'm going to give it to the medic. He has a spot, so let's go ahead and use it. Okay, so each guy has 1 armor, which is good. Security could have 2, he's the only one, but I think I'd rather distribute. Okay, and here's the other thing. Since I'm here, I can collect the data. So hunter data. If I take this to the lab, that'll be good. And I'll just put this here. This takes up an item spot, so you have to have a place to put it. Now the hunter goes with a 6, intensity -1, so that's a 5. 5 means he gets to move 1 spot, and that works for me. And I'm going to go here, a 5, that does nothing. The hunter gets a 2, -1 is 1. He doesn't get to move. It's working out well for me. Moving up another spot. It's a 5, nothing happens. The hunter gets a 4, so he does get to move. Now since I'm on a block spot, or a room shield, I can either have the hunter go after me until I'm past that shield, or I can start him going back towards this other area. There's not a lot of good spots for him to go. He'd have to go through here. So for now, again, he's not a mind reader. I'm going to go ahead and move him here, and he'll probably have to backtrack. Okay, so now I'm moving into debris. Now, I've been in debris before, but I'm moving back. So once you've been in there and you go back, you don't have to worry about it again. It's just a regular room at this point. Consider it whatever debris was there you removed on your first turn, which made you take an extra turn, so now it's taken care of. So I move there, re-enter roll is a 5, so nothing happens, and the hunter gets a 2, so he doesn't get to move yet, because that's -1. Not bad for me again. I'm going to keep moving this way to 3, nothing happens. The hunter gets a 3, -1 is 2, so he now knows he can't go this way, because that's blocked, so he has to come over here. I'm going to go here, and he'll have to come into the cargo area, and then here, and then over to this area. So now keep it moving. It's a 2, nothing happens. Hunter gets a 5, so he gets to move into the cargo. Still moving. Gets a 1, so that means I get attacked by 2 aliens. Alright, so we have a 5 and a 4, so that's a 4 and a 3 after -1 intensity. And both of these have defense roll bonuses, so hopefully I can take them out before I have to defend. So first up is security, and he rolls a 6, +1 is 7, so that takes care of anyone. And I will take this guy out because he's higher, and he has a better special ability. Oops. So for the captain, he gets 2 rolls. That's a 4 and a 2, that's a 6. So that's a 3, no round down, +1 is 4. This guy is a 3, and that's enough. All right. So 2, since I defeated 2, and another med pack, and a 2-6. So 2-6 is the best missile there is, and I'm going to go ahead and replace the 4-6. And I'm going to keep the med pack for now. And we'll see how that works out. Alright, now the hunter gets to move. Whoops. Gets to 3 -1, so it's 2. He gets to move 1, so he goes here. And, okay, I'm going here. Re-enter roll is a 4, so nothing. And 5 is a 4 for the hunter. So he's going to go... Alright, so he could go here or here. You know, here is worse for me because I am going this way, but he doesn't know that. He could go here and up and around and chase me. So I'm going to do a 1 through 3 is here, 4 through 6 is here. Let's just make it as even, as fair as possible. So 4 through 6 is here. Okay, that doesn't work for me. Alright, moving here. It's a 2, so that means nothing. And a 6, so that's a move of 1, so he goes here. I now go here. A 4 is nothing, and the hunter roll gets a 4, so he does get to move 1. And so this room does have a shield, so he can't get me there. So yeah, I'm gonna have in order to play him well, I'm going to have to move him here. And he's kind of in my way because I want to go here, and we'll see how that works out. Right, so he's definitely an annoyance right now. Okay, so I'm moving here now, so that means I gotta pull a new card. And, oh, intensity. So that's not great for me. So yes, it's a 4-way, so I can get to the lab, but intensity goes to 0, and that means the aliens are at full power, and his rolls are also at full power, which basically means if he gets a 6, he moves 2 spaces. So he could get me right now, and that would be really, really bad. So let's roll for the hunter. And a 1. So that's good for me because 1 is no move. And so I can go to the lab. I can cash in my data. So from the disruptor. So I'll cash that in. That means the hunter now, every time I hit him, it's worth 2 hit points. So again, on the final board, there'll be a 1 and a 2. This starts off at a 1, and now that the lab happens, this goes to a 2x. But that'll be on the final board. So right now he's at 7. Okay, cool. So I got that, turn that in, so that's really, really good. Gonna play this, because he's right next to me. Now he cannot enter that room. So I'm a little bit safe, which is good because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 missiles, and I think I'd like 1 or 2 more before I take on the hunter because he's tough. Alright, so the hunter gets to move. Now I'll roll just for the sake of it to 1 so he doesn't get to move, but let's say I rolled a 4 or 5 or even a 6. Because I'm right next to him and I'm in a room with a shield and he can't enter, I think the best move for him is to not move at all. He stays right there. He's as close to me as he possibly can, and I'm just going to leave him there. So that ends the round. So next one, I'm going to go over here because I actually want to fight a few aliens, despite the fact that my health could get hurt, because I want to get some missiles, and I need the loot cards. I need to defeat aliens to do that. So I'm going to go here. And okay, that's not bad. That. So here, and room roll is a 3, which is no, again, intensity at 0, so no modifier. So 3 is a 3. So that means I get attacked by 3 aliens, which means if I win, I get 3 loot cards, which is what I'm after. So a Sovereign at 6, and he has 2 attacks, so that's tough. And 2 Lurox, who are both level 4. No modifiers, so 6, 4, 4, 6, 4, 4. Security rolls 1 die. He rolls a 2, plus 1 is 3. That does not hurt anyone. Captain gets 2, so that's a 5. Round down, so 2.5. Round down is 2, plus 1 is 3. Not enough to hurt anyone. Alright, the medic rolls 4 and a 2. I get the higher roll 4. That does allow me to take one of these. So take a Lure Rock. And now we have the Sovereign attacking with 2 attacks. Both attacks are on the same person. And so security needs to roll 2 plus 1 is a 3. So that's a hurt. And security rolls again. 6 plus 1 is 7. That's enough to block. So okay, not too bad. 1 damage. Oops. And now we have the Lurok of 4 attacking the captain, who gets a 3 plus armor. That's a 4. That's enough to block. Okay. So security rolls again. 1 plus a 1 is a 2. Not enough to hurt anyone. Okay, here we have 9. So it's a 4.5. Round down to 4. Plus 1 is a 5. So that allows me to hurt the Lurok, but not the Sovereign. And now the medic gets a 3, which is not enough to hurt. So now the Sovereign attacks again. So his first attack was here. The Lurok attacked him. So the next person in line is a medic. So that's not great. So Sovereign, I roll a 1 plus the armor is 2. Not enough, so that hurts. And roll again. A 6 plus 1 is 7. That's enough. Okay, not too bad. All right, security goes again and gets another 1. They're not doing so well. This is a 7, 3.5, round down to 3, plus 1 is 4. No good. The medic. Medic rolls a 6, which is what I need, so I'll take him out. And I get 3. Alright, so I get med pack, a missile, and a weapon. So med pack I'll use, and because I have a medic I'll split it, so 1 here, so everyone's back to full power. The missile I will keep, okay. And then the weapon, turn that in and see if we get anything better than what we've got. And a taser strike, so 2d6 average round up, that's nice, but no hit point bonus, so I'm going to stick with what I have. I will bring out, I didn't bring it up earlier, this is actually something I've added to the game most recently, and so I'm still not familiar with using it, is you'll notice that behind this that there's a lightning bolt. This one has fire behind it, this one has nothing. So nothing means there's no advantages. However, some of the enemies, so this has nothing there, whereas a Lurok has a lightning bolt. So what that means is if you have multiple enemies with lightning, for this one, and you roll a double 3 or higher, that you can take out 2 enemies with that one roll. Same thing with fire. If there's more than one enemy with fire and you roll a double, whatever that number is, or higher, you can take out more than one enemy. If there's only one enemy with lightning or one enemy with fire, then nothing happens. I'll be honest, the situation where you can win doesn't happen a ton. Getting the doubles is not the most common, and having the right alien types there is not the most common. It does happen. It's super nice when it happens, but that's one thing I haven't mentioned before. I haven't been paying as close attention as I should have, but so that does exist. All right, so I'm there. So now the alien gets to move. Now he is 2 spots away, which means if I roll a 6, he can get me. So I hope he doesn't. Well, actually, no, he can't because of the shield there, so he has to go around. So he rolls a 3, and I think this fastest way to get me is going down. So I'm going to go there. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rockets. Put this over here. It's not bad to take on him, especially since I have a ×2 going on. But I'd like another rocket, so instead of chasing him down, I'm going to go here and see if I can get some more alien battles and get some more loot cards. One thing of note is when it comes to attacking the hunter, if you enter the room that the hunter's in, so you initiate the confrontation, your team gets to go first. If the hunter enters your room, it initiates the confrontation. The hunter gets to go first, and when he attacks, he gets to attack 3 times. So he gets to attack your whole team, and then you get to go. So definitely getting there first is actually a pretty nice bonus, so you want to keep that in mind. All right, so moving down, I get this. Okay. And room roll of a 5, which means I get attacked by 4 aliens. Okay, so that's good and bad. Good that I get 4 loot cards if I win. Bad that it's 4 aliens. Oh good, another Sovereign at a level 6. We have a Ye-Click at 4, another Ye-Click at 4, and a Vex Strike, and a Ye-Click at 5. So the Sovereign has 2 attacks. The Ye-Click has 2 attacks. Both of these have a second attack if you roll a 1 on your defense. So definitely want to take out the Sovereign and the Ye-Click. So let's give it a shot. So security gets to roll, and they roll a 3 plus 1 is 4. Can't take out the big guys, but I can take out one of the small guys, so I'll at least do that. Alright, now the captain, he rolls, okay, so 8, average is 4, plus 1 is 5. So I can't take out Sovereign, but I can take out the Eclipse, so that is very, very good. So he can attack me twice. Alright, now for the medic. Double 6s, okay. So if there, so of note, so this allows me to take off anyone. 6 is a high enough number. If there was 2 that had lightning, because I rolled a double 6, which is higher than the 4, double 4, double 5, double 6, I could have taken 2 off, but there's only 1, so no advantage, but that could have been nice. So I'm taking the Sovereign because I get a 6, and that means the Vex Strike now gets to attack, and he's going to get Security. Security rolls a 5, plus Armor is a 6, this is a 4, so that's blocked. Security rolls a 4, plus 1 is 5, and that's enough. Okay, so that battle didn't hurt me, and I get 4 loot cards, hopefully a couple or at least 1 missile. Okay, medpack, 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 and a shield. So that stinks. I didn't really want any of those. I guess I'll keep a medpack since I have a space for it, and the rest goes back. Now the hunter gets to go. He rolls a 4, and I'll just move him closer. There is, if you can't see, there's a wall there, so he can't get at me. He has to go down, over, and I'm going to go here and once again try to get a little more loot tiles. So this goes like that. Okay. Well, this is probably my last move before I attack the hunter because I can't go down, I can't go right, I can go left, but he's there. I could backtrack, but I don't think I'm going to want to do that. So, room roll is a 6. Ooh. So 6 is 5 aliens. So intensity definitely comes to play with that. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have a level 6, another level 6, a level 4, a level 4, and because we ran out of aliens, we'll just mix this up a little bit. Okay. And so to get to 5 is, oh great, a Sovereign. Okay. So 3 level 6s, a level 4, and a level 4. Spidex gets to attack first, and then that's the only one. So we'll do that, and then hopefully we can take out some of these big guys, especially Sovereign with 2 attacks. Alright, so Spidex attacks first. He's attacking my security, and security blocks it, so that's awesome. And now security rolls. He rolls a 4, plus 1 is 5. Can't take out any of the big guys, but can take a 4 out, so it's better than nothing. Alright, 6, 7, 8, so plus 1 is 4, or half of that is 4, plus 1 is 5. Again, can't take the big guys out, but can take him out. Now the medic, he rolls a 4 with no bonus, and that doesn't hurt anyone, so this is going to hurt. Alright, so the Spidex attacks security, so the next person in line is the captain. So Sovereign is going to attack the captain twice at level 6. So 5 plus 1 is 6. Okay, blocked 1. And 4 plus 1 is 5. That's not enough, so he gets hurt. Okay, Zaxorn is going to attack the medic. And he has, if I roll a 1 or a 2, then he gets to do a second attack. So I rolled a 4, plus 1 is 5. Doesn't get a second attack, but that is enough to hurt me. And then Hydraxian's back to this guy, and he rolls a 4, plus 1 is 5. Not enough for that, but he can't. His special ability doesn't come into play. His special ability is I would have to drop an item. Alright, so now it's my turn to attack again. So security is going to go, and that's just awful. It doesn't hurt anyone. This is basically a 2. That doesn't hurt anyone. And our lowly medic rolls a 6. So I'm going to take the 2 attack guy off the table. So thank goodness that the medic came through. Alright, now it's their turn to attack again. So last up, I believe security was attacked. So now we're on to the captain. And the captain rolls a 2. That's not enough. And he's hurt. And the Hydraxian attacks the medic. He rolls a 5 plus 1 is a 6. That is enough. Okay, my turn to attack again. Alright, 6 plus 1 is 7, so awesome. I'm going to take the lose item guy off. And then the captain goes. He rolls an 8 plus, so half that's 4 plus 1 is 5, not enough to hurt. And the medic rolls a 2, that's not enough. So now the Zaxxorn, I believe, attacks the medic now, who rolls a 4 plus 1 is 5, not enough. He's hurt, and he's on the cusp. That's not good. And my turn to attack again. So security rolls a 5 plus 1 is 6. That is enough. Okay, so that was a tough battle. Took out 5 aliens, and they definitely hurt me. So first thing I'm going to do, I'll play... Well, let me grab my cards, and then we'll do some healing. Okay. Alright, so med pack, a shield, another armor, a missile, and a weapons chest. So let's play this, and he's going up 2. And let me play another one, so that makes security and captain. So everyone's near full. Captain has 1 more spot. A second piece of armor. So I'm going to give security an armor. So that will give him a +2 bonus when I do a defense roll. Don't need the shield. Gonna drop the distractor. I don't really need that. But another missile doesn't hurt. And then I'll trade that in for a weapon. And let's see what we got. Another Hornet. So this one is a average round down, where this is just straight up a dice roll +1. I'm going to go with it. The round down is kind of hurting me, so 2 Hornet's Nests and a Phase Blaster. Put these away. And I think I'm going to be attacking the Hunter soon. And once you're in an attack, the med pack, while in an attack, the med pack can only heal 1. So I'm going to go ahead and just play it now. Yes, I'm only healing 1 because that's all I have left. But at least my team's at full health before I go after the Hunter. And now the Hunter gets to roll. He rolls a 4. He goes here. And time to see if I can win this game. Alright, so I'm moving in with the Hunter, and because I'm moving into his room, I get to go first, so that is a nice advantage. These 2 weapons, because it's +1, it's possible to get 7s if I roll a 6, which would hurt the Hunter, but unlikely. So I'm definitely going to play my missiles unless I run out and then I have to use those. So first I'm going to go with a 2-6 from the security guard, and he rolls a 4, so that's a hit. So because it's on a ×2, that goes down 2 hit points, which is nice. The captain has 2 3-6s, so I'll do one of those. A 2, so that is a miss. That stinks. And the medic, I'm going to use his 2-6, and he rolls a 5, so that is a hit. This goes down 2 more. And now the Hunter gets to go and attack security first. So security rolls a 1, +2 is 3, not enough because that's a 7. He's hurt. The captain rolls a 6, plus 1 is 7, so he actually blocked. That's nice. The medic rolls a 5, plus 1 is 6, so close, but not enough. He's hurt. Alright, next up is me attacking again, so security, I'm going to go with a 3-6 missile, and he gets a 4, so that's a hit. And he's on the cusp. I need one more hit. So 3-6 from the captain is a 1. So captain's been stinking, misses 2 in a row, and 3-6 for the medic. And that's a 4, and that does it. Alright, Hunter is defeated, and I win the game, save the ship, and all that good stuff. Alright, well, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed playing it. Hit me up with any questions in the comments below, and we'll see you on the board. Thanks, everybody.